Hello, my name is Hannah Boulay. I'm 5'4" and I'm based in Toronto, Ontario. I'm about to finish my training in 2 months, so I feel as though when I started back in October, I had imagined that, like, in my fantasy world, I would be in all of these sets and I would be going to all of these galas and people would know my name and all of, like, it would just be like my peak and I would already be there, you know? And then there was also, I guess, like the realistic version of me knowing that I would probably have to take on a day job and I would have to apply to as many agents as possible and hopefully get somebody to represent me and then send in as many self-tapes as I could, just like waiting for that one big break. And you know, I feel like I have gotten the opportunity to experience a little bit of both of those worlds. I know that right now, coming out of school, I am going to have more of that realistic world and that kind of experience of sending in lots of self-tapes and, you know, just hanging out in my basement with my backdrop. When it comes to experience, you have two different sides. You have the training, you have what you have paid for, you work so hard for everything that you do, and eventually that should pay off for you. Eventually, what you have put into this, you should get back. And then there's also the other side of, if you have the training and you have the talent, sometimes if your attitude isn't matching that, if you can't be kind, if you can't be compassionate towards others, I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always pictured myself doing this job. I love it. I love all of the people that I get to work with and meet. I love getting to bring a story to life and, you know, just getting to do this is awesome.
Hey, I'm Nathan Chow. I'm 5'8", and I'm from Scarborough, Ontario. So growing up, I loved watching some shows such as Are You Afraid of the Dark, Stargate SG-1, and Stargate Atlantis, and those are all Canadian productions. And I've always wanted to be a part of these productions in some capacity, and I knew that Toronto had a very strong film industry, so as soon as I had the opportunity to be connected with the film industry, I knew that I wanted to just take the opportunity and work in it in some capacity, you know? What made me want to move from background to principal was that I had been doing background for a really long time. At some point, it kind of becomes repetitive, you know? It's great that you have a lot of on-set experience because of all the times that you're able to come on as background, but a lot of times you're just doing crosses, bananas, miming, pretending to eat, cheering, booing, and you're not doing much else. So like, to move up, I guess, I wanted to do something more engaging, and what was more engaging was to start doing auditions and getting more prominent roles. What I like about being a background performer is the fact that I can sort of be like a time and space traveler, you know? Like one day I might be a kamikaze pilot in World War II for the Japanese Imperial Army, and then another day I could be 200 years in the future as a belter in the asteroid belt colony in The Expanse, and then another day I could be a vampire in a nightclub for What We Do in the Shadows. So just the opportunity to wear so many hats, I guess, and like play so many different roles, I find that a lot of fun, and I don't know any other job where I can do that. And aside from that, it's quite a lot of fun just being on set, you know? Like most of the time, I'd say probably like 70 to 80% of the time we're just in background holding. So that gives us a lot of time to socialize, to network, and to just exchange information and find out how to better navigate this industry. I stay in the industry because I think it's the funnest industry to be a part of. I'm able to be a part of productions, whether it's TV and film, or music videos, or reenactments, or commercials. Like, it's such an awesome opportunity to be a part of all that. Coming from all around the world just to be a part of the Toronto film industry, so to have this opportunity and like to be living here, it just makes sense to be involved. I don't think I would have ever worked in front of a camera professionally if it weren't for all the people that believed in me, because I didn't believe in myself in the beginning. So I really want to take the time to thank Marianne and Tom, and I'm eternally grateful for them, because if they didn't see me succeeding in front of the camera, then I definitely wouldn't have saw it myself, and I don't think I would have been able to get as far as I have. So thank you.
I'm Racha Solomon, 5 feet in height, from Oshawa, Ontario. As an actor doing lots of survival jobs, it's like chaotic life. But when I go to acting, I go to set, it's a different life. And I get to step into a different world. I stay because, number one, this is my passion. This is my life. And I couldn't imagine Racha Solomon without acting.
I'm Lalo de Jesus, and I'm from North York, Ontario, Canada. I felt the pressure to prove myself as an actor when I joined the 2024 World Championships of Performing Arts, or WCOPA, in California, USA. It is a global competition, a global talent Olympics where 60 countries or more competed in different categories of performing arts. It was a lot of pressure, actually. First, because I was not only thinking of myself, and I was not doing it only for myself, but for the entire country. Second, it was a lot of pressure because I did not want to disappoint all the people who supported me in this journey. From the beginning, from my rehearsals to my auditions, getting my outfits and my costumes, I want to win for them, and I want to win for myself as well. It was very painful when I asked help from the government. I reached out to different levels of government with hopes that they will help me and support me for this journey, since I want to raise the flag and I want to raise the Canada flag in the global stage. But no one helped me, and everyone told me that there was no fund for this kind of acting or for this kind of competition. It was so painful because the country that I want to represent didn't even want to help me. Actually, when I saw the 54 candidates in my category, I felt a moment of self-doubt. Seeing them younger or much younger than me, because in my category, it's 16 years old and above. That's the senior acting category. And we're all competing to be in the final showdown. Some of them, or a lot of them, are taller than me, slim, and they're all confident and fierce. I stay because I love what I'm doing. I think this is the happiest moment of my life. Like every time I act, I show the other side of me that my coworkers doesn't know. That this is what I love doing the most. I don't care about the hardship. I don't care about how long we do the filming. I don't care about the physical, tiredness that comes with it. Acting gives me joy, and I want to be an inspiration to everyone. That no matter how old you are, you shouldn't stop with whatever you love to do. And I won't stop, and so you guys shouldn't stop as well.
Hi, my name is Amit Sharma. I am 6 feet tall and I live in Mississauga. I am from India. Film industry is very different, very competitive, more competitive, I should say, from as compared to Canada. When I arrived in Toronto and I was applying for different jobs, I was expecting that I had to apply for like maybe 200, 300 jobs, and then I'll probably get one audition back. I think it's easier for me as an immigrant expecting hardship to survive as an actor in Toronto. There are limitations based on how industry sees you or an industry casts you. I wouldn't say that I am particularly limited by it because I can create those roles for myself. As an actor, it's not, especially with the advancements in technology, the phone cameras are so good these days. Toronto is a hub for emerging students and creatives, so it's easier to collaborate now and put something on, let's say, YouTube or even a smaller streaming service that I don't think, although there are limitations, you are not necessarily limited by it, because let's say the industry is not giving you a certain role based on maybe your appearance or maybe how you look or maybe how you sound. You can create that role for yourself and probably create a short movie in like $2,000 and show the industry that you are capable of pulling it off, and then eventually people will see that you can do it and then they will give you the role. If I'm known in the industry for an actor who's professional, who can do a diversity of roles and tries his best to do justice to the script, that is a kind of visibility that I want. What, according to me right now, means being visible in the industry is, I guess, maybe have some good work out there that people see and appreciate and love. Can't do anything else. So that is why I stay, and I am here to stay.
Hi, my name is Menkan Las. I'm 5 feet 4 inches, and I live in Scarborough in Toronto. For me, success is really a relative term. And even when I was starting young, I knew that for me, success is something that doing what you love doing, enjoying it, it doesn't necessarily mean that being rewarded materially for whatever thing that you are doing. It gives you fulfillment, it gives you joy doing what you're doing, it gives you meaning, it gives you purpose. And if you are able to do that in your utmost best and getting paid for that kind of job, then that would be great. I never saw success as a form of a material reward for any achievement that I had. So I know in my heart, when people ask me if I'm successful, I believe I am, because I get to do what I want to do at my own time and space. Getting the material reward or financial reward out of it, it's just a gift. Because the more you share your talent, the more you give what you have in this world, to take something in return. The reward is giving more, and if it comes back to you, fine. If you know who you are, the real you, whatever happens around you, I believe you'll be fine, you'll be okay. And I must say, cliche-ish as it may sound, prayer helps a lot. When someone told me, you just gotta do it, Meng. Don't be afraid. Don't overthink. Just carpe diem, just seize it. But growing up, realizing, because I know that I was careful that I don't want to displease my parents. I was still on a safe side. But had I really totally listened to myself, that I just got to do, I'm sure I'd be more successful. By successful, meaning I'd be thriving more. Why do I stay in this industry? Because it's my aquarium. It's my oxygen. It gives me life. It's who I am. I think the beauty of it is in the adventure and being open to any possibility. So I stay, and I don't see myself like, for me, when a project is done, that's finished. So I don't look back. I reflect what's good at it and gather the good things about it and reflect on the bad points. And I excite myself to looking forward to more happy, adventurous undertakings. So I think it should be that. It should only be that. If you know where you're going because you know where you came from, then the world will make way.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Going on King Street, TTC later again. Headshot in my backpack, dreams in the wind. Auditions in basements, condos with plans. Casting says be yourself, then ask for a dance. Agent on voicemail, we'll circle back soon. Translation, kid, don't quit your day job too soon. Every role's cop number 3, a guy in the bar. I got range like the 4-1, but still can't go far. Trying to make it in the 6, where the rent's obscene. Everybody famous, barely getting seen. Bright lights, dark nights, chasing that screen. I'm an actor with a dream in the Toronto scene. Yeah, background blood, but the grind stays clean. One line a day, still I'm building a theme. Trying to make it in the 6, know what I mean? I'm an actor with a dream in the Toronto scene, yeah.